Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the top 10 rental scams to watch out for. Rental fraud is a growing concern in the housing market, where scammers exploit innocent, unsuspecting people who are just looking for a place to live. This seems to be a worldwide problem which is getting worse each day. Scammers are very good at what they do, and they are keeping up with the changes in the real estate industry, which is causing them to become even more sophisticated in their trade. In many cases, they are renting the same property to multiple people all at the same time. Yes, they collect multiple security deposits and/or rents, and then they disappear. Once your money is gone, it is gone forever. There is no way of getting it back. According to the FBI, over $50 billion were lost over the past 5 years in overall scams. It is a very, very lucrative business. According to their report for 2024, they received 9,359 complaints in real estate fraud. And that's only the people who actually filed a complaint. It doesn't include the people who said nothing. Take a look at the age group. We're all included regardless of our age. In 2024 alone, the total amount of money lost in real estate fraud is $173,586,820. That's a lot of money. I wish I could stop you from being scammed. I really do. But it happens to the best of us. Even the professionals in the housing industry are finding it harder to determine what is real and what is not. What I can do, however, is raise your awareness by giving you what I believe to be the top 10 red flags to watch out for. So the first item is the website and social media platforms. The top 3 avenues that are used by scammers are Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and TikTok. Please try not to use these sites if you are trying to find a place to rent. If you choose to use these sites, you are actually taking a big risk because it is very likely that some of the homes posted there are actually scams. Number 2, we're going to talk about the properties. They advertise fake properties, posing as landlords, real estate agents, or property managers. They also copy legitimate listings from reputable sites that are for rent and for sale and repost them for rent with their contact information. So always verify that the listing is legitimate by checking if the same property appears on multiple reputable websites and confirming that the contact details and the price are the same. If it is fake, you'll know immediately because the correct rental price will be higher. In some cases, the property is not listed at all and the homeowner actually lives there. So drive by and see if the home is occupied. If you are renting an apartment, they usually have a leasing office. So go there in person or send someone you trust if you cannot go. Third, we have too good to be true prices. Fake listings are usually priced so low that it is actually too good to be true. The low price is used to grab your attention and lure you in. This price gives you a sense of urgency because you want to get this property before someone else gets it. This is a clear red flag. Next, we have the contact information, which is item 4. Usually scammers will give you a phone number that is temporary, so when they are done with you, the number is disabled. Or they use an email address that looks very convincing. I have seen email addresses created in the property address. Example, 123scamstreet@gmail.com, or in the actual owner's name. For example, owner's first name, owner's last name @gmail.com. So I have a question for you. If you find that the actual owner's name is the same name in the email address, would you think that it is legitimate? Yes, you would. But actually, it is not legitimate. You could be very wrong. In a case like this, the scammers are a step ahead of you. They actually got the name of the homeowner from the tax roll and created an email in his or her name. This is why the better option would be to work with a real estate agent in the area that you are looking. However, this can be a bit tricky also, as some scammers are actually impersonating the listing agents. What you should do is look up the listing agent online and match their information with the information on the listing you found on Craigslist, Facebook, or TikTok and other websites. If it is different, That is a red flag. Ask the person for the name of their company and the address. If they cannot give it to you instantly, it's a problem. You can also call the company and ask to speak with the agent. To better protect yourself, hire a real estate agent to work on your behalf instead of the listing agent. They work from the MLS where majority of the legitimate properties are listed. Now let's talk about viewing the property, which is item 5. If they cannot meet you to view the property, it is a red flag. Legitimate owners, real estate agents, and property managers will always want to meet with you to view the property. However, some scammers are bold enough to show up to show you the property if it is vacant. Always ask for a business card if it is a professional and you do not know that person, or ask for a photo ID if they're claiming to be the owner. If they cannot produce what you're asking for, it's a red flag. Do not go to see the property by yourself. If they are giving you an excuse as to why they cannot come to show the property to you, don't go. That's a red flag also. If they agree to show you the property, look them up online first. That way you'll know exactly what that agent looks like. If someone other than the person you saw online shows up, don't go in, walk away. Next, we're going to talk about the urgency in sending money. If the procedure for getting this house is as simple as sending money quickly, you are about to lose it all. Seriously, yes you are. You might be told any of the following. A. Many people are interested, so pay a deposit to hold it. B. They cannot show it to you unless you pay a deposit first to show that you are serious. C. They want you to pay an application fee or a few months' rent in advance, and then they will send you the keys. D. They give you a different name to send the money to. Or E. They want you to send the money overseas. Overseas owners almost always use a local real estate agent or property management company. So, if sending money is a priority and you are being pressured to act quickly, something is definitely wrong. Also, legitimate owners and professionals will not tell you to pay multiple months in advance without showing you the property. And also, the required amount to move in must always be disclosed on your lease. Number 7, methods of payment. Never make payments using payment apps, gift cards, cryptocurrency, prepaid cards, money orders, cash, or wire transfers. These are all red flags. Money orders, personal checks, cashier's checks, wire transfers are all okay if you have met and verified that the owner or the agent or the property manager are all legitimate. Next, we have no vetting. They tell you that you can get the keys without going through the application process where they pull the credit, the background, and eviction reports. Answer this question for me. Which landlord does not want to meet their renter? Which landlord does not want to make sure the person have an income and decent credit and clean background? Which landlord doesn't care if you can pay the rent? Which landlord does not care who is renting their place? Just think about that for a minute. All these are red flags. Landlords do care. Number 9, be careful of fake applications. Never complete an application unless you have met with the owner or a real estate professional and you have viewed the property. You're giving up all of your personal information plus your signature, which is a crime for identity theft. Also, never give out your credit card or banking information, and do not type your information into any website where a link is sent to you by someone that you have never met. Be vigilant, exercise caution. And finally, we'll talk about the lease. The lease should have certain information like the name of all owners. Sometimes a property is in more than one names. Check the tax roll for the names and they should all be on the lease. Look for clear contact information, clear terms, your rights as a tenant, the amount of rent and the security deposit and the total amount that you are required to pay to move in. If the lease is too vague, or if it's only one page, be careful. Being cautious and informed is the best defense against rental scams. If you are renting on your own, do your research. However, using a local real estate agent in the area that you are looking is probably your best option. Remember, scammers are professionals. They are highly trained in their craft and they are very efficient. Don't be victimized. I hope you find this information helpful and all the best in your rental search.